Big misconception a lot of people have when it comes to personal branding and making money online is that you need a huge following to do so. Like they think you need 100,000, a million, a couple million followers to make decent money, when that's actually completely false. Most of the influencers that I know that have hundreds of thousands of followers, if not millions, are actually not making a single fucking dollar because they don't know how to approach it from the right point of view, from the right perspective. And this is exactly the bucket I found myself in. What happened to me is I was literally getting millions and millions of views. Like in a month at the peak of me posting consistently and a different kind of content, I was getting 20 million views and 20 million accounts reached and engaged in a single month. And you would think that if you're engaging and reaching 20 million views, you'd make at least $10,000, $20,000 a month, when that's not the case at all. And that is such a huge belief a lot of people have, and a lot of people won't see the other side of it until they've been there. And getting to that other side can take a very long time depending on what you're doing, right? And so what I'm gonna be doing now is kind of breaking down why you don't need to go viral, why you don't need a huge following and all that. But boys, before that, I actually dropped a $7,000 free course in my community. I paid $7,000 of my own money for it, and I just dropped it in my free community. It's the second link in the description. If you want to check out, the free community is going to be paid at the end of this month, bro. So go check it out before the community, basically before you have to fucking pay for it. But with that being said, so why don't you want to go viral? Why don't you need a lot of followers to make money off of online business and personal branding? The main reason you don't is because we focus on something called high ticket, okay? What is high ticket? All high ticket means is you're selling something for a larger sum of money compared to low ticket, which is a lower sum of money. Now, what does this allow you to do? The best way I can explain to you on the different ways of thinking that you will start to implement in your content and when you post and looking at views and all this stuff is I want you to think if you just posted a video right now, okay? And let's just say on the low end, bro, like it got 1,000 views, right? So if you're selling low ticket, and you're not converting that much, whatever, if when we say low ticket, it could be like affiliate marketing, or it could be like, I don't know, some kind of fucking course that you have that's $100, for example, okay, or $5 in some kind of commission. Like somebody's buying a $50 shirt, you get a $10 commission off that, okay? So now you're thinking essentially of every client as like a $5 profit, or like a $100 profit. If they convert into buying whatever it is that you're selling, right? And so now if it's $5 and you sell 10 of them, you've only made 50 fucking bucks, right? And that's kind of the case a lot of fitness influencers are in when they're trying to get people to buy or use their code, right, with another company to save them like 10% off, and then they get the commission. And so that's how a lot of people are thinking about it. But on the other hand, when you have shit like well put together, and obviously with high ticket, you got to provide more value. If you're charging like $5,000 a conversion, out of those 1,000 views, if you just close one person, you made $5,000, right? Compared to, on the other hand, if you get 1,000 views and you convert one person, you just made $5, right? And technically, really, is there that big of a difference? Yes, but at its most basic standpoint, it's the same thing. You've just switched your attention to now focusing on selling high ticket instead of low ticket. And the other great thing about selling high ticket is what it actually allows you to do is attract a different kind of audience, attract a different kind of person. I always said it's a different kind of commitment when somebody's willing to spend $5,000 with you compared to the person that's going to spend $5 with you, or $50 with you, or $100 with you, right? And so there's so many advantages just to selling high ticket online that it makes sense, bro. More money, a lot of times it's less work. And then on this other hand, again, the way I saw this is if you just get 100 views, okay? Like you literally just posted a video right now and you got 100 views. Just say, obviously this isn't true, but if every single person that watched your video converted and you sold a $5 or whatever product and 100 people bought it, you'd make $500. Right now, if you sold a $5,000 product and again, only one person bought it, look how much more money you made just from one person bought it. But now if 100 people bought your $5,000 product, you just made $50,000, right? And so that understanding right there of why you don't need a lot of followers to make a lot of money, because essentially if you can get 1 or 2 clients in a whole month, you just made 10 grand if you're selling high ticket at 5K, right? Compared to some influencers that have hundreds of thousands of followers that can't even sell a fucking t-shirt if it came down to it, right? And that's exactly kind of the position I was in, and that's why I ended up pursuing this. That's why I ended up investing into this and figuring all of this shit out. But now you understand why you don't need the following. Let me help you understand why you don't actually need to go viral and why you actually don't really want to go viral, okay? So guys, going viral is super easy. Getting views is by far one of the easiest things to do in social media, from my experience. Like you can post videos, bro, be creative. Something will pop eventually. And especially leveraging comedic content. Comedic content fucking blows. People eat that shit up every single day. Entertainment, like look at Mr. Beast, right? But the point of what I'm getting at is, bro, you're better off just consistently building a great following, like a great community, a steady, well put together personal brand, than just blowing up and gaining a lot of traction very quickly. But the problem with that is, guys, have you ever heard this saying? It's like, if the empire is built in a day, it'll fall in a day, right? But if you take a while to build the empire, it'll take a while for the empire to fall, in a sense. Maybe that wasn't the right example of what I'm getting at. But as a whole, let me give you another example. It's like if you build the roots of the tree, bro, like the more the tree grows and the more the roots are able to really establish themselves in the ground, the harder it's going to be for that tree to fall, right? Compared to like if you just let a tree grow in a day, it's not going to be as strong at its most like at the foundation of it. And so going viral is right? It's a great tool to leverage and on all this stuff, but you don't really need it and you don't really want it, because when something goes viral, number one, that's kind of the main thing that you will ever be known for. And then number two, again, there's no real sense of like a great following, a great community, a great engaging personal brand being made there. Going viral is actually really overrated in a sense. Like it's great, and yes, everybody should strive to do it in a specific, way. But most of the time, and from my experience, when you do try to go viral, you try to leverage certain topics, you try to leverage certain strategies because they're easy, they're cake work, they work. And in doing that, you kind of throw off what the actual point of your account is. And it's not to gain a huge following, it's to make a fuck ton of money. Like, would you rather have 100,000 followers a month or $100,000 coming in a month, right? And I think a lot of people, what they're focusing on is having 100,000 followers come in a month. It's like, no, bro, just like I'm telling you, you would rather have $100,000 coming in to your pockets a month with like 10,000 followers than having 100,000 followers and making $10,000 a month, right? But you really don't know that until you have a greater understanding for all of it. And so literally understanding those two things can change the game for you, and can change the way you look at personal branding as online business as a whole, because now you understand that there's so many different routes to attack it, and it's not just this one thing that you've been taught essentially through seeing other people blow up, and it was honestly the way I thought for years. I was like, okay, let me just get a fuck ton of followers. And then what did I ended up doing? I got up to 500,000 combined following on just TikTok and Instagram. On Instagram, I'm at 165,000 followers. On TikTok, I got to 300,000 followers, but I was making no money, like literally no money. And it's because I thought the way everybody thinks, and it's like, oh yeah, let me just blow up, let me just get all the followers, and with the followers, the money will come, and that's true to an extent, but there's so many better ways to actually go about it. So boys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of background information on why you don't need a huge following to make a fuck ton of money online, and why you don't really want to go viral, but definitely, obviously, the more eyes, the better, but you want to do it the right way. With that being said, again, guys, I just dropped $7,000 worth of free information in my community that I paid my own money for. I'm giving it to you for free until August 31st. It's August 5th right now. So go check it out before the community is no longer free. It's like a super in-depth course, bro. It's like 6 videos. They're like 40 minutes long each. Super valuable information. That's all I'm going to say. So with that being said, boys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to work with me one-on-one on building a personal brand, making your first $10,000 online, you can apply to do so. It's the first link in the description. And then again, the second link in the description, the free community, the free course. Go fucking check it out. Building a dope brotherhood. We're going live on there as well every fucking Sunday. I love you, boys. If you're watching this and you were on the live yesterday, you're a G. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Let's fucking get to work.